Hello everybody, welcome to another video. In this video we're just going to be doing a perk tier list. I don't know what you want to call it. Has the majority of the perks. I can't really think of anything immediately that it doesn't have. At least nothing noteworthy. I mean, it doesn't have Black Ops 4 Quick Revive. But it's almost identical to Cold War, so that's fine. And I think it might be missing one or two other Black Ops 4 perks, but they're always like Black Ops 4 Mule Kick, but it's literally the same. But yeah. Alright, so starting off, we got Original Jug. Original Jug, it can't be God tier because Cold War Jug exists, and it's way better. So I think Original Jug is always good. I mean, even if you couldn't get Cold War Jug, you would be like, normal Jug, great. I love having 5 hits. I think it's 4. And then in Cold War they made it 5 hits. Or maybe it's 5 hits. No, I think it is 5 hits. I can't remember. You get more health. Unless you're on Original Wrecked, in which case it only gives you a little bit more health, but it absolutely ramps up your regen speed, which is why it's absolutely broken. Speed Cola, I didn't mean to put it in there. I think Speed Cola is useful, but I don't think it's always good. Because, realistically, you don't need Speed Cola, you want Speed Cola. You need Jug, and you need Quick Revive. But you can play a game without Speed Cola, without Deadshot, without, I don't know, Shock Cherry, without Widow's Wine even. But it's useful. But it's not a necessity to, like, survive. Double Tap 1, I'd put in bad. It's not don't buy. There are guns where you should buy this, like the HK I'm pretty sure shoots pretty slow. Basically, if you have slow firing weapons, yeah, you should probably get it. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's good with the ray gun, but that's about it. Now, this we're going to consider Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 Quick Revive. Also, we're going to consider it World at War. But Quick Revive's always good. Like, always. We're going to disregard the fact that, I mean, if this was disregarding World at War, it would be God tier, but because of World at War, it has to be put in always good because it's useless in solo. It is, don't buy in solo, it does nothing for you. But the ability to get more lives is, no, it has to go in God tier. It gives you 3 extra lives. Like, in solo, that's literally the difference in between round 25 and round 100 if you go down early. Sometimes to make or break for Easter egg completions. Imagine if you couldn't get extra lives in solo, how much more difficult it would be. But yeah. PhD is useful, can't be God tier, and it can't be always good. Because you need the weapons that are explosive to make it good. But when you have them, it's one of the best perks of all time. I don't think it is the best. It can't be the best, but it's one of. Also, this list doesn't have Cold War PhD. But it doesn't really have any differences, really. It's PhD slider, but it is actually kind of useful. It lets you do some things that you can't normally do. Stamina up is always good. You just get to move faster and have a longer sprint. It makes training so much easier. Like, imagine trying to train without stamina. You can, like, you try and play a map like Origins or really any of the bigger maps, and you're like, I need stamina. It's even on smaller maps, just being able to move faster is great. Like on Town, you always get Jug, Double Tap, Quick Revive, Stamina. Speed Cola isn't needed. But Jug gives you more hits, Quick Revive gives you life, Stamina Up makes training way easier, and Double Tap makes it so you can actually get somewhat far on that map because your bullet guns go further. But yeah, Deadshot. Okay, if you are on console, it's situational. It can help. But if you're on PC, it's don't buy. It literally does nothing for you except for make your reticle a little smaller. So it's going into bad. I think that makes sense. I think we can all agree that it's okay. I mean, it doesn't. If you get it as like a free perk, you're not complaining, but you'd rather get something else. Mule Kick in Black Ops 1 and 2 and 3 really. Unless if you're like a really good player, I would say don't buy this. But because it's used in like every high round in existence, I'm gonna put it in situational because it can be really good. Double Tap 2, we're gonna put in useful. These are not in order, by the way, but yeah, we're gonna just put it in useful because eventually it does nothing. But for the rounds that it helps a lot. It's the difference in between needing a wonder weapon and not needing a wonder weapon. Like, the Origins speedrun, imagine if there was no double tap on that map and how much harder that would be for everyone. It's the difference in between them using just a normal gun and probably going for something like, well, just using like an MP40 or an STG, just a wall weapon, and going for like a Galil, a Scar, uh, like MTAR, MG08, stuff like that. But yeah. Tombstone, we're going to put in Don't Buy. It's pretty self-explanatory. In fact, we're going to put Who's Who there too because these are both horrible perks. I mean, Tombstone is bad. It has uses over Who's Who, but don't buy these. Unless you're going to go for a perk glitch with Tombstone, just don't buy Tombstone. Don't buy Who's Who. They will not help you. They will just put a hindrance on everything. Shock Cherry is also going into useful, or I guess Electric Cherry, I call it Shock Cherry. But yeah, it's going in useful because it's just useful. Stunning things around you, that's useful. It's nothing more, nothing less. Vulture's Aid is God tier. Like, it gives you ammo, it gives you points, and you have the green smoke. What else can you ask for? That's, like, really, what else can you ask for? Widow's Wine should go into God tier, but I'm going to put it in always good with these three. Because sometimes, a grenade explodes and it kills the last zombie in a round, you're not trying to end it. And it's also really expensive. It's also only in one game, so we didn't really get to see it used. We only got to see it used in Black Ops 3. And yes, those are some of the most difficult zombies, but it's also like, but it is literally just, but it's 4,000 points, and it can sometimes kill when you don't want it to kill, and you get the ability of like the stronger knife, but you never get to use that. Unless you put on a Perkaholic or something, you don't get to use the stronger knife by the time you get it. It falls off at like round 5. But yeah. Bandelier's situational just gives you... I'm gonna, like, rapid fire the Black Ops 4 perks. Gives you more ammo, it's decent, but not the greatest. Don't get this. It's horrible. This is useful, just gives you extra firepower. This is useful, just gives you armor and lets you camp. This is situational, it can be good, but it's really only good if you're going for a high round, especially unclassified. This is situational, depends on if you're doing classified or not. This is useful. It's basically Widow's Wine, but better and worse. You don't get the Explosion on impact, you have to get hit twice, but it recharges, and if you have it on your modifier, it's actually really good because it does like a little tornado effect, and it slows everything around you. Like, even while you're moving away, it'll go for like 3 seconds. This is situational, it just slows down zombies. But if it's on your modifier, it gives you the green smoke like Vulture Aid. This is God tier, just gives you an extra life, but actually, no, it's always good. Because it takes a while to recharge. This is always good on Black Ops 4 because you always want the Helion, and this is useful. Actually, it's situational, but because it's only good on Blood of the Dead and Dead of the Night because you have a more powerful knife at your disposal. Death Perception is just bad. It's not Blaze Phase bad, but it's bad. But okay. Cold War Deadshot. Cold War Deadshot's always good. I love Cold War Deadshot. I like it really is just one of the best perks of all time. At least on that game. Okay, Death Perception's God tier gives you more salvation that's literally needed to survive. Elemental Pop is useful, but honestly, you don't need all the AATs. It just helps you go through rounds faster. Cold War Jug is God tier, probably best perk of all time. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have experience, like that much experience with Cold War Mule Kick. But from what I remember, if you get it to tier 5, it's pretty good because you get to keep your gun. If you if you go down and lose your gun, if you get Mule Kick back, you get it back. Cold War Quick Revive, God tier, it heals your health faster. Sorry, there's a shorter cooldown in between you healing health. You heal health faster, you revive faster. Once you revive somebody, you get a speed boost, and you and the person that you revived get full health. And there's something else which I forget. Uh, Speed Cola. Where's Speed Cola? Both of these Speed Colas, exact same amount of usefulness. Like, really. Same with Stamina Up. They're basically the exact same. And Tombstone and Cold War, it's useful. It helps sometimes. That's about it. But yeah, I feel like a lot of perks in this could be shifted up or down a tier. But I think this is a pretty good representation of how good perks are and where they should be. But see you guys next time. Bye-bye.